What's up guys, it's Lewis from Bitter Blade Co. And today I'll be turning this blank that I had laying around into a cool little knife. So follow along and see what's up. Alright, so I already got the shape planned out. I don't really have a blade shape yet, but I do have a handle. So I'll probably work around the handle and maybe a warny or a cleaver style. Let's see what I come up with. Alright, what I'm going to do now is flatten off these sides so they're not as rough when I send them to heat treat, so it'll be easier to sand out now than later. All that I have to do next is fix this choil with the Dremel, drill pinholes, and put a really rough grind in before I send to heat treat so I can save money on abrasives so I don't have to grind hardened steel. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to put an initial 45 with a worn 60 grit belt, and then I'll switch to a fresh 60 and I'll do the climb up the rest and have it climb just about maybe right there, and then once it's there I can send it out to Roddy or Josh and he'll heat treat it for me. What I was doing was I started with a really high angle for getting these initial lines in, and that's because once I get these initial cuts in, I can lower it down to climb those lines up. Alright, so it's not that even. I slipped a little bit there, that's why you saw me go back on the flat. But I think it's good enough for now. I'm going to clean it up after heat treat. I'm going to cut the camera off and do the other side because it's basically the same thing. I'm going to clean this out and drill it, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So I'll get back to you when I get to that point. Alright, so right now I have to clean this disgusting, it didn't focus, choil out. The bandsaw marks are all on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bulk out with the Dremel, get in there, and then use this in my drill to get a perfectly round area. And that's how I do basically all my choils. And I'll go back and forth, and wherever this hits, I'll carve away. And that's what I do. So what you're going to do is go half of the distance of the point where you want your pin and just scribe in on the marker where you want it, and right at that line, that's where I'm going to put my point. Alright, so what I did was I adjusted the drill so that the point of the bit is going to be right on that spot, and I clamped it down really well because I don't want to hold this on this table, because helicopters are not good when you get your hands close to the blade. Last time I checked, at least. So I'm going to keep my hands far away from this and keep them up here while I drill it. cap comes off when you want to pour out some oil. Alright, I want to thank you guys for tagging along. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. So I have this blank of 52-100. I'm going to send it out to Josh for heat treating. And once I get it back, I'll start filming again. I'm going to go ahead, edit, post this video. And thanks for watching. I'm Lewis from Bitter Blade Co. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Comment, like, subscribe. And have a nice day.